Hello, it is s3e14. It is our final semi-final match to determine who is going to be facing Septiplier in the finals of our s3e tag team tournament and be crowned tag team champions. As PopularMMOs and Ssundee make their entrance, let's give a couple of shout outs. Cool Creeper 36, Connell Plays, Callum Murray, Adam Walsh, Blackjack Gaming, and William Craze. Shout out to you guys. Hit that notifications button, the little bell thing, and be part of the notification squad, because usually when I upload a video, we sort of hang around for about half an hour or so and have a chat with some of the notification squad on there, and like we can sort of shout outs and things and stuff like that. So make sure you hit that subscribe and that bell. As Ssundee and PopularMMOs, who had their differences in the last match, Mr. Craner, who is not at ringside, along with Gaming with Jen. They've been, by Pat's orders, banned from ringside, mainly for Jen's safety, because Delirious and Vanoss are psychopaths. But also, Mr. Craner got involved in their quarter-final match, which put a sort of question mark next to PopularMMOs and Ssundee's victory, which annoyed Pat. But it looks like Pat and Ssundee have sort of made up over this, and Ssundee is just sprung straight into the ring before the bell, maybe trying to make up for Mr. Craner's involvement in the last match, just taking it to Vanoss in H2O, just all on his own here. And Delirious nailing Ssundee with a back suplex. And I'm not sure you want to get into a brawl with Delirious and Vanoss. Delirious, one of the most powerful competitors. It is going to be interesting to see who can come out on top if Pat and H2O Delirious face off, because Ssundee is being isolated early on here by Vanoss and H2O Delirious. Kicks to the midsection. Remember, the winner of this goes to the final, be part of a nice like an os cutter there from Vanoss, almost sort of like a modified backflip diamond cutter. There'll be 5 big matches as the finale of this. That's what we've got to cover here. 1, 2, and Ssundee almost losing very early on here. So it will be the tag team tournament final. There will be 2 grudge matches. There will also be a match request as well, which means that you are going to, in the comments, put YouTubers who you would like to see in a match you've never seen before, and we will include those in the finale. And Pat is now been tagged in and is taking it straight to Vanoss here. And I think he's sending Vanoss into the corner because he wants to face off against Delirious. Pat versus Delirious, a huge match. And these two sizing each other up and going toe-to-toe straight away, exchanging right hands. These two powerhouses of the tournament, both looking to be crowned the first ever tag team champions. And Vanoss gets tagged in, who's the current s3e champion. Will Vanoss prove he's the most dominant competitor in our YouTuber wrestling tournament by being a double champion as he hits the moonsault? And this was a bad move for Vanoss last time. And oh, he's actually nailed the screwdriver. That mad screwdriver move, which almost cost him the match in the quarterfinals, nailing Pat with it. And now Pat is being put into enemy territory once again as Vanoss makes the tag to Delirious. Pat now getting double teamed and a big boot to the face. And if Vanoss and Delirious make it through this match, then they're going to be competing twice in the main event, because obviously Vanoss will be defending his s3e championship against Jacksepticeye as Ssundee jumps into the ring with a Luthez press and starts clearing the ring, because Pat's in a bit of trouble here. Pat needs to make a tag, and Ssundee are helping his partner out, buying him a little bit of time by clearing the ring of Vanoss and Delirious. And hopefully now Pat has got a little window to make the tag to Ssundee. Ssundee, who's been in top form in this match, and can Pat crawl to the corner, because Pat hasn't managed to get his rhythm in this match. His usual string of offensive power moves hasn't really been a thing here. He's just overpowered by H2O if anything, and he tags in Ssundee, who goes straight for H2O Delirious. Another Luthez press, more right hands from the unhinged and crazy Ssundee, and then just launches into Vanoss as well. Ssundee has been dominant in this match. And whenever he's been on offense, it has all been Ssundee and H2O Delirious looking like the favourites going into the final here. And Delirious now being brought into the middle of the ring. Ssundee setting him up something here. A big gut buster, driving the knee right into the ribs and the internal organs of H2O Delirious. But Delirious managing to recover and just hit Ssundee with that back suplex. That is the thing with H2O Delirious and Vanoss. They're very resilient. They'll come back and keep coming at you. You need to keep on offense with both of these guys. The big clothesline sending Ssundee to the outside of the ring. And now Vanoss being brought in. And what is Vanoss looking for here? And Vanoss again with this sort of suicidal offense. Vanoss has no regard for his own well-being, will completely sacrifice his own body to inflict pain on his opponents. Sometimes it pays off, sometimes it almost costs him the match, but he's the N60 champion. You cannot argue with his methods as he throws Ssundee into the ring. And what is he setting Ssundee up for here? Maybe the reverse Rana. And oh, a solid Inzaguri, and I think that's knocked Ssundee into a different mode here. Ssundee does not look himself, and Ssundee, it looks like, has been kicked so hard in the head that he's gone straight into derp mode, and he's dabbing. He's dabbing in the middle of a tag team tournament semi-final. He's throwing right hands at people that don't exist. He's dancing. Ssundee has completely lost his mind. He's in derp mode, which is not a good mode for him to be in. As Pat is just yelling at Ssundee, mate, get your head in the game, trying to clap at him, trying to get him to just fight, but Ssundee has tagged Pat in, and where is he going? Ssundee is just, he's got the steel steps, and he's leaving. Ssundee's nicked the steel steps, and he's just walking out. What is he doing? Derp mode Ssundee, and Pat, just look at his tag team partner has just nicked a set of steel steps and is now looks to be leaving the arena. There he goes. Ssundee has left Pat in a world of trouble against H2O Delirious and Vanoss, all on his own. It's a bad break for Pat. If Sundee's been kicked in the head and turned into dirt mode, there's not much he can do about it. And Pat has got a mountain to climb here, trying to make the quick cover. Just as he has a moment of opportunity while Delirious is outside of the ring. And Pat now fighting for his life against both Vanoss and Delirious, all on his own, as Ssundee has gone into dirt mode. Vanoss now with a chop to Pat, and now kicks to the legs, as they're just going to chisel and break down one of the strongest competitors in the entire tournament. As Pat gets ripped into the corner and a running forearm, and now this is just a nice time to be the N60 champion and Delirious, as Delirious is tagged in and they can just pick the bones of Pat now. But they need to be careful. You don't want to give Pat too much opportunity because, again, size, strength and resilience. It's a double, what's sort of like a Jacksepticeye Irish curse backbreaker, and plants Pat with the DDT in the right hand side of the ring, as in comes Vanoss once again, and this could be more double team offense. Look at these kicks, a simultaneous super kick and an Inzaguri, which is what sent Ssundee into a spin, as Vanoss now goes up top. Could he be looking for the flying owl here? He's gone for a shooting star press and completely missed. And could this give Pat the opportunity that he needs here? As he's got Vanoss set up now, working on multiple rib breakers on Vanoss. And what is Pat looking for here? He needs a miracle, or can he just morph into hero mode? Pat has morphed into hero mode. The mega evolved form of himself, and this is now turned completely on his head. A kick to the head of Vanoss, and now Pat in hero mode. His Minecraft skin hoists Vanoss above his head, and now just like that, Delirious and Vanoss look like they're the ones in trouble, and Pat just launching Delirious like he was a child over his head into the ring. Who is going to advance to the final? Is Pat going to pull off the miracle of miracles as he's just dropping both Vanoss and Delirious onto uppercuts? Vanoss trying to mount some offense, but Pat is just too strong, cleaning Vanoss out with a clothesline, and it's Delirious just looking at this like, I don't want any of this, as he tries to make it out of the ring before Pat can get a hold of him, and he's got Vanoss goozled and sending him up for the ride. Choke slam to Vanoss. Who is going to come out on top here? Right hands to Vanoss, and he just manages to block the Vanoss and Delirious, still managing to just getting some offense here. And now Delirious has been tagged in. This isn't going to face Delirious. Delirious is one of the strongest competitors in the tournament. He's savage, and he is not going to let Pat, PopularMMOs in a suit of armour, phase him as he just lays in some stops. He needs to keep this offense up. Kick to the midsection, right hands to the face of Pat, and now sinking him with a neck breaker. And now Delirious making his way out of the ring on desperate times, causing for desperate measures as Delirious gets the steel chair that he's known for. The referee trying to wrestle it away from him, but Delirious is taking out the referee. Delirious now with the steel chair, and he whacks Pat right in the face with the steel chair. A second shot with the chair, and now just going to work on Pat. And even if you're in hero mode, a steel chair is going to cause significant damage. 4 chair shots in a row to Pat, and Delirious can't get a score like the ref can see it. That's 1, that's 2, and Delirious, oh, and Pat just managing to kick out before 2, and this does not look good for Delirious. Because Pat now launching on it. That just looks like to have made him mad, if anything now. Delirious being set up here for the ride. Big powerbomb. And now Vanoss trying to come to the end with a springboard dropkick. Manages to stop Pat from launching a second powerbomb in succession. Vanoss now in the corner, in trouble. Pat now just sizing up Delirious. What is Pat looking for here as he's stacking them up in the corner? And you have got to be kidding me. No way. Pat's got both Delirious and Vanoss up. Is he going to hit his finish at the F5 on both of them? A double F5 to Delirious and Vanoss. Could this be the upset of the tournament? Pat now. That's 1, 2, and 3. And Pat and Ssundee have made it to the finals. It was looking like it was always going to be Delirious and Vanoss versus Jack and Mark, but Pat has come in and just completely thrown all of those plans up in the air. So what does that mean as we head in to WrestleMania N60? Well, let me tell you, it is going to be PopularMMOs and Ssundee versus Jack and Mark for the tag team titles. It's going to be Markiplier versus H2O Delirious in a hardcore grudge match. There's going to be a Money in the Bank ladder match. There's going to be Jacksepticeye versus Vanoss for the N60 Championship. And last but by no means least, there is going to be a match decided by you guys. So in the comments, leave who you would like to see in a match, and we'll see who's the most popular names that come up, and we'll throw them in a match just for you guys. Thank you so much for listening, guys, or watching, or doing all of the things that you do. Commenting, liking, and subscribing. Make sure you hit the notifications bell as well, so you can be amongst the first to see the matches. I'm going to shut up now and let you live your lives. See you later. Bye, 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 bye.